right, you tell us when.
You can go ahead and go.
All right, so we have Lisa here, and Lisa has been a patient for a long, long time, doing so well. Like, you were always on the chiropractic bandwagon, right?
Absolutely.
But we did some nutritional testing with you, and we detected and discovered some gut issues. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Maybe what you were experiencing before.
Well, my actual gut issues started at 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first, and I was diagnosed with what they called spastic colon back then, which pretty much means 1 minute I'm going to the bathroom constantly, and the next I can't go for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And there was constant on and off through all my teen years, 20s, 30s. It just kept, and I got used to it. It finally got to a point when I hit menopause that constipation was more the issue all the time.
Yeah.
A lot of abdominal pain, a lot of discomfort. But again, you get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
So used to it that you don't feel the normal stomach issues. You don't feel full, you don't really feel hungry, you don't really feel anything.
Right.
That was when I started to gain weight. It was in my late 40s and 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And it pretty much went on 10 pounds a year.
Just to interrupt you, because you were doing the advanced plan, you were exercising, you
Yeah.
were doing all of the things. Like, she was
Everything that was recommended, and I was
Advised.
thinking, you guys are crazy, this does not work.
Yeah.
And at that point, when I first started here, I was up to about 160 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I started at 130, 125, somewhere in there. So at that point, I already felt pretty big, and started the advanced plan, lost 7 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then it
You
started
remember the number.
Oh yeah. And then it started to go back on again. And I was like, okay, this isn't working.
Mm-hmm.
So then I combined the advanced plan with keto.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost about 10 pounds
Mm-hmm.
and then put it back on, and then a little more. And so then I said, okay, well, Weight Watchers is always getting all blown up. Let me try that. So I did advanced plan with Weight Watchers. That one, I actually lost 15 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went back on and plus some. Before that, I had actually tried Nutrisystem. I said, okay, forget it. We'll just forget the advanced plan because that's not working. Let's do Nutrisystem.
Mm-hmm.
That magic number was 14. And for 3 months, I stuck to it and did not lose another pound. And then it started to go on again. And then I just gave up.
Yeah.
I just said, it doesn't matter. I can eat ice cream. I can eat lettuce. I'm going to gain weight.
Right.
And so I just gave up until we did that testing.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really funny is all during the testing, I still had that attitude, it doesn't matter what I eat.
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden, a couple weeks into the protocol that was given to me after that testing, I realized I was sitting to dinner and I went, I feel full. I have not felt full in 10 years.
Right.
I was one of those people that said, okay, I'm going to try not to overeat. I'll make a plate, and this is what I can eat. And it doesn't matter how you feel at the end, that's just what you eat. And I was only halfway through a meal, and I said, I'm actually full.
Yeah.
This is weird. So when normal digestive feelings started to come back, that's when I said, okay, that's it. Back on the advanced plan, let me see how I do.
Mm-hmm.
That was in March, and I'm down, as of today, 39 pounds.
Oh my gosh. And I love how you know all the numbers.
Oh yeah,
all the things. Like,
I've kept calendars. I can't tell you how
Oh my
carefully I
gosh.
track. Even when I was doing calorie counting, my regular doctor said
Yeah.
that people think they count calories, but they don't.
yeah.
I said, how many people know that their gummy fiber is 26 calories?
Yeah,
Because I know.
Right.
I counted
That's
everything.
awesome.
And still couldn't, until this couldn't. And now I'm finding I can actually drift off plan a little bit.
Mhm.
But I don't feel good when I do that, so I go right back on.
Right.
But the gut issues are literally gone.
That is
And
so
that's-
amazing.
And I can't even tell, I mean, to the point, I did not remember what it felt like to have normal gut issues.
Yeah.
You know, to only get gas when you ate gassy foods.
Right.
I didn't know what that was like, and now
Oh my
I
goodness.
actually do.
That is just, it's so awesome because you're the perfect example of someone who was doing all of the things, right? And it was just that one missing piece.
Yeah.
And that's what that testing can tell us, and it gives us an exact roadmap. It's like there's no guessing, here it is.
And that's the other thing, for anybody else who's listening to this, when I was first given that protocol,
Mm-hmm.
and I had all these bottles of supplements, and I'm taking 30 pills a day, and I'm like, this is crazy. I honestly thought for a couple of minutes there, you were nuts.
Yeah, I know, it's fine.
I said, this can't be right. She could not have prescribed. I even called you that one time because I thought it must be 7 pills a day, not 7 with every meal. And it was 7 with every meal.
Right.
And I was like, this cannot be it. This cannot. And it got to a point even with that I was like, by week 4, I'm like, if I have to swallow one more pill, I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
But I pushed through it because I could feel the changes happening. And
that's awesome.
It's been amazing.
And I'm so glad you mentioned that, because we don't want people to be dependent on 7 pills with every meal,
Yeah.
right? But it is for a specific purpose, for a specific period of time, a therapeutic protocol, so that now you're settled into more just regular supplements like you were doing
Right.
before.
Well, actually, there is 2 added from what I did before. Before it was just a multivitamin. I took
Yeah.
fish oil. I took, but I did one thing I never bothered taking. I had tried before was a probiotic. It didn't do anything for me.
Right.
Now it does, and I
Right.
can feel it if I miss it. So I do
Yeah.
still take the probiotic, and I still take magnesium. That's
Awesome.
the only thing that I still take
Yeah.
from that protocol. And I've gone off other medications that I was on for high blood pressure, cholesterol, all that. That's all
Oh my
gone.
gosh. Yeah, I forgot about all of that.
Yeah, that's all gone.
So good.
That's all gone.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, thanks for sharing all of that, because your story can then help other people who also think I'm crazy, right? So thank you so
for
much.
that few moments when you think she's crazy, just stick with it for a little while, because I did not believe. I
Yeah.
did not believe.
And those are sometimes the best stories. So again, thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, thank you for having me.